we have with us today Mr. Arjun Gokul Jaykrishna, Executive Director at Asahi Songwon Colors, who joins us on the show. Welcome to the show, sir. My first question to you is that, you've completed trial runs for API and you've also commenced commercial production in Gujarat plant. Tell us more about this. How will this aid your top line as well as your bottom line?
Pleasure talking to you today, Mahima. So, as you know, the Indian pharmaceutical market is really strong and growing at a strong rate of 9 to 10% and should continue to do so. At Atlas, which is a wholly owned subsidiary, as you said, we are currently having a small portfolio of 6 APIs, but these APIs are catering to the anti-convulsant, anti-diabetic, and anti-psychotic therapeutic segments. Out of this, we have a dominant position domestically in our anti-convulsant API. And for this, the new plant that you're referring to, our plant in Ahmedabad, is two-step backward integrated for this particular API, which will allow us to increase our efficiency for this product and hopefully gain a larger market share. So we identified this specific product as having a good future because India already caters roughly 52% of global demand, and it is forecasted to grow at around 15% CAGR till FY27. So domestically and in the low regulated and semi-regulated markets, the growth for this product should be 10 to 13%. And since the HRM high regulated exports market is relatively nascent, it's projected to grow even faster. So now to specifically answer your question, we aim to, through this new plant, cater to this slightly higher regulated market where we in the past were not able to, and this new plant that we are just beginning API commissioning for, we have already commissioned our intermediate facility, which is 150 KLs, and we have commissioned it in January, and we have now got 50% utilization in it and are doing better than expected and have already broken even. So for the API facility that we are just commissioning, we are looking forward to it, and we hope that we can grow these products and these markets through this new facility that we will start.
Right. So, Mr. Jaykrishna, I just want to understand with all of these, progress, how much of top line addition are you expecting in FY25? Your top line was around 426 crores in FY24. So, FY25, where will this number go?
Correct. So we basically are coming to a end of a capex cycle, which we have done over the last 2 or 3 years, and we are now entering a consolidation phase. As you said with the numbers, to answer very specifically, we hope to see a 25% growth in our top line and 100 to 150% growth in our EBITDA for the coming year.
Okay, 100 to 150% in EBITDA growth. That's quite significant. Shifting focus to raw material prices, you've said that you're expecting EBITDA expansion. However, raw material prices have now started to bottom out, and this is leading to improved margins as well as profitability. So, considering this, how do you think the margins will expand in FY25?
So, talking first specifically of Atlas and our API space. So, when we bought the company, they had EBITDA margins of roughly 6%. Following this, using the work that Asahi does and what we are good at, we were able to leverage that and increase the EBITDA margins to low double-digit numbers already, which is through improvements in procurement, improvements in efficiency, operations, and so on. Now, to answer your question, considering everything, considering the improvement in the market as well, and all the raw material trends, we should be, as well as the backward integration commissioning of a new plant, we should be getting and aiming for EBITDA margins of roughly 15%.
Right, and this is for the whole company, right? For Asahi Songwon.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And you're anticipating a bottom line improvement also basis the API segment, due to operational efficiency as you mentioned and cost optimization as well. So, if you can tell us the guidance as to, with respect to your bottom line also, what is going to be the growth there, and what will the numbers look like at the end of FY25?
Absolutely. So I think we what I said. I think in terms of bottom line, because of the cost efficiency and so on, the 15% number I gave is something we'll be looking for at Atlas. And in terms of our whole group and Asahi, we have been through the chemical space in general was in a 14 to 18-month poor period, out of which we recovered well. We worked internally on efficiencies, cost, and so on. So we have recovered through that period, and since January, we have seen an improvement. So we hope that our Asahi EBITDA margins will go back to historic trends. And as a group, we should be back at around 15%. And Atlas should also help us maintain this with improved margins because of all the aforementioned reasons.
Got it. Mr. Jaykrishna, with respect to your blue segment, it's been facing challenges due to weak demand, and there's also an inventory overhang when it comes to FY24. What are the updates with respect to that? Because, Q1 FY25 has ended now. So what is the kind of trends you're observing there, and what's happening in FY25?
So for the blue business, Mahima, that you refer to, we have seen definitely a significant improvement. The inventories globally have started to dry up and demand has started to pick up again. For the blues, we are that is one space where we are a dominant player, and we can proudly say that we have the best customer base in the world. We are catering to the top MNCs in the world since more than a decade, including global MNCs like DIC, BASF, Sun, and so on. So we have a strong base set up there, and because of the demand coming back, we are in a good position to leverage that. And we have already seen very strong improvement in this quarter, and we hope to continue that improvement and show good performance in the coming quarters as well.
Right. Okay. And lastly, my question on the different segments. What is the breakup when it comes to all of your segments? Revenue breakup?
So revenue breakup, we are still doing large segments. You mean the Blue, Azo, and our API Atlas facility. Basically, our Blue segment is still our main company, which is catering. The Blue segment is roughly catering 70% is through our pigments, the Blue and the Azo, and the API is giving around 30%.
Right. Okay. Well, Mr. Jaykrishna, thank you so much for taking our time and giving us those wonderful insights on the progress of the company as well as the pharma sector. It was a pleasure talking to you at NDTV Profit.